Okay. Kind of a late stream, but oh well. Oh well. What's up, garlic bread? What's up, Raffy? God, I hate how long it takes for the chat box to actually update. Gosh. Okay. I'll water in a minute. I watered right before the stream, actually. Ten, 15 minutes before or something like that. Although I'm gonna keep saying watered. It sounds funny. I think I figured out how to develop habits as an SE user. At least. You have to still stay consistent because that's how habits form anyway, but there's a way to do it. It's actually pretty simple. What's up, Gaming Master? What's up, Zachary? What's up, Sam? Pretty much you just, for us users to develop habits, you just do something that's beneficial for that day. Don't, this may sound weird, but don't set a specific time to do that specific habit. And just continue to do the habit regardless of what time it is or anything like that per day. And you'll eventually, once that habit starts forming daily, you can finally start setting schedules or make the habit more complex depending on what you're doing, or add more habits to it. Yeah, nobody's donated $1,000 in a stream, but I think you're talking about Dark. Nobody's donated $1,000, but But they have donated 200, which was dark. One stream before. I think the most I've ever gotten one stream was 300. And that was, okay. Give me just a second. I completely forgot about that, actually. Okay, I'm back. Jeez, it took way longer than I thought it would have. Up, die, buddy. Can you hear me? Pretty sure. Yeah, I should have expected that. But I don't know how much of this stream I'm gonna be doing. I may only finish a layer. Because there's no point in doing 2 layers. Maybe a layer and a half. Close. That's true. Squeaky. You won't, I don't think you'll be able to hear it. Nope, you won't hear it. When I tweak the settings. How long was I gone for? I wasn't gone for that long. Was I like 20 minutes maybe at most? Oh. Yeah, no, it's so weird, isn't it? The atmosphere of this world is so strange. Especially when I show you guys, I'm gonna make a video on it actually, of the progression of all the worlds, and you'll see how ridiculously different this world looks. The feel to it is so weird compared to how it used to be. I'll even show you guys a world that I haven't even, well I technically did on one stream. But I'll show you guys a world that's before the first section was even completed. And this was before the project was even like, becoming a thing. Have all of them gone? Not know that. Okay. Well, time to go. Yeah, I'm definitely doing one layer today. Sure. I still have to go. Yeah, my inventory. Oblivion. Doing pretty good. Should be the last time I have to empty out my inventory. At least Or this section, that is. Should be at least. What's up, Slicer? How rare emeralds are. Look at this. Like, what the heck? I know I don't have that much mountainous area, but still. Like, I really don't. I barely have any. But at the same time. $458, I think. I think nearly 500. of FBI agent because I'm mining a as world, and if I mined and if I went I transferred, it would go to an infinite world. It'd ruin the whole point of the project. My god, there's so much coal, it's kind of ridiculous. Too much coal, I swear. You know what? I think I have a new rule for cuss words. This is the reason why I don't have set rules. Because I can maybe I should make a list of rules, but they're gonna be very flexible. At least reasonably flexible rules. I think I have a new rule for cuss words though. I think I'm gonna make it where you can use them, but you can't spam them, like overly use them. Moderate cussing, basically. I think that's what I'm gonna start doing. Because I think it's kind of ridiculous to get rid of it entirely. Chris? They're gonna be very, very... like 3 years old, roughly. That's probably what I'm gonna do. Like, I'm talking quite moderate cussing. Like, maybe like one cuss word per... not even then. For like a couple of like 10 minutes or something like that. I don't know. Get the idea. Just nothing too, just not too many. In a given point. It is a bit excessive after a while. I do not. I only have 6 pickaxes. Surprisingly. I have mending in the for the Ender Dragon. The penguin. I have an Ender Dragon I can just kill over and over again to repair them. I don't know why I just did that. Actually, it doesn't matter if I do that or not, but I'm seriously confusing myself for a second. Give me a sec. Why did I say that in the mic? Whatever. Should have said it to give me just. I need to do something. Shouldn't have said that in the mic. That was weird. Do this for fun. Okay, give me a sec. Okay. I'm back. Water. Oh, I don't have any iron. God dang it. I mean, there are people that are 13 that are 5'11". I knew there was a guy. There was a guy in 5th grade that was 5'10". Which 5th grade was like what, like 11? Wait, I need to get the iron. God. Dang it. Dang it. That clipped through the wall. It hit the wall. That's why I took damage. Are you serious? I didn't even get the run speed or the jump, the sprint for some reason. Alright. Whoa. It's fine. Also really close. Also, I just realized I'm gonna hit those huge lava pools in a second. So, one layer is gonna be kinda difficult. Or 2 layers is not impossible, but I don't want to do. I may try to finish 2 layers tomorrow, like off stream. Like 1 layer off stream, 1 layer on stream, just because of how long they take. Oh my god. I don't know. Something like that. You get the idea. The layers just take so long. Last, like, was it 8 layers? Take like 2 hours on their own. Or over 2 hours on their own. Maybe close to 3 hours because of the lava. Makes a huge difference. Like 2.5 hours most of the time. Which is annoying because it takes like 5 hours just to get rid of 2 layers. Just significant after a while. Significantly longer time. But Jesus. You've already mentioned that story glitch. I remember that story. Up Jasper. Very surprisingly, but yes, I do remember that story. You mentioning it. Not much of it. I just remember that story. I don't remember anything about it. I just remember you doing that story, telling that story at some point. Kind of funny, actually. I think it was really funny. I think one point I was talking about how I have the same type as Jesus, and he joined the stream one time. I was like, okay, that's very weird. And yes, I know I'm talking about two different, but at the same time, it's kind of funny. Just the name popping up. I mean, that would make sense if you almost die from committing suicide. That makes perfect sense. I've been doing this for around 3 years. Yes, I remember that too. You said you threw yourself off a mountain and you didn't break anything somehow. You mentioned that one as well. I forgot how the distance of the mountain or wherever you fell. It was like a huge fall and somehow you didn't break anything. So Connor, it's not cheating, but it's not really the purpose of the project. Which is mining the world. I mean, you could use TNT, but generally people, when they talk about destroying a world, you just mine it up. Every time, how long does it take to destroy this world usually, or destroy a world? Usually they use the basis of mining. Anyway, actually, nobody's actually destroyed an entire console-sized world with TNT, which would be really interesting to see. I don't think anybody's even destroyed an old-sized world, TNT. Like an actual old-sized world, not the area of an old-sized world, an actual old-sized. You can probably do it in like a week if you have you do it properly. Probably even less. No, that's not gonna be my next project. My next project is the Nether. And then the End. Maybe even the End City. I've been contemplating if I should mine the End City as well. And then I have no idea after that. I don't think I'm gonna be touching Minecraft for a while. Because there's nothing really for me to do on the game. Now if I'm talking, if I absolutely explode and I can do like streaming full time and stuff like that. That is if I can. This is the only situation. I would get a team and try to mine Mount Everest in the 1-to-1 project. I'm talking a giant team. It would have to be like 100 or so people. At the minimum, 100 people. Like I'm talking, I would have to go explode to an absurd degree to even do that though. But Madison, I'm going to just get a lot of pickaxes pretty much. I'm just gonna try to get as many pickaxes as possible. Because I have this spawner wherever it is. Am I like blind or something? Because there's a spawner somewhere. Spawner's over there, I think. And I'm gonna use that spawner to get it's a skeleton spawner to get bones, and then turn those bones into bone meal, and then put those bone meal into a 0-tick sugarcane farm that I have over there, and then I'm gonna get that sugarcane, turn it into paper, trade those papers into villagers. Once those villagers run out of paper, I destroy the lecterns, and then I get infinite emeralds. Literally. I have the capacity to get infinite emeralds, and then I can use those emeralds to buy books. Tons and tons of books. And then I'm gonna actually have to get a new villager for what is it called? Those stone I need a stone I forgot what they're called. Shoot. The toolsmith, there it is. I need to get a new toolsmith to do this properly. They're not that hard to get. I just need a zombie villager. Cure of a zombie villager. Like enchanted books. So yeah, I technically have the ability to get infinite emeralds. It's gonna take a little bit of preparation, but which technically means I can get infinite emeralds, infinite pickaxes if I do it properly. So pretty much, I'm just gonna buy a ton of one type of book. So I have a efficiency 5 book over there for 22 emeralds. I'm probably gonna buy close to 200 of those, or even probably close to 300 of them. And then I'm gonna move to breaking 3, bending 1. Get the idea. I'm gonna just go down the list of villagers, and then I have to go back to the end and get us enough XP, because that's gonna take a lot of XP. Like I'm talking, I'm gonna have to kill the end dragon maybe like 100 or so times just to get all that XP back. Like pretty much kill the ender dragon, get 75 levels, keep I'm gonna have to kill the ender dragon like 70 something times, I think. It's a lot of pickaxes, but it's totally doable. It's gonna be over 200 pickaxes. If I mine the end city, I'm gonna have to get 400 pickaxes, which is insane. Do 1,000,000 divided by 6,000, and you pretty much have your answer. I think it's 1,000,000. If somebody wants to look up that video, Oh, that's why I was really confused for a second why it was showing that. Pippin's video on mining the end. It's the exact same end. If anybody wants to see how many blocks he mined by the end of mining the end. Sounds weird, but yeah, mob spawns, they don't work that much. But I know at least skeleton spawners work though. I know the spawners work fairly well. And if I get I don't think I'm gonna need looting. I think I'm gonna just do it AFK. Sure, I can do looting and get a lot more bone meal or bones, but I think I'd rather do it AFK. Okay. 166 pickaxes. And if I wanted to get to mine the end city, I would need over 320 or 330 pickaxes. Insane. Literally 6 double chests of pickaxes, which would be kind of ridiculous. I need to drink some more water. I need to get some water in a minute, actually. Dang, I'm gonna have to fill up my entire inventory. Or not fill up my entire inventory. I'm gonna have to fill up at least a third of my inventory with shulker boxes. Oh, it's gonna be a pain. Mining 1 million blocks is gonna take a while though. Especially since I don't have insta mining. The mining makes mining 1 million blocks not easy, but not horribly difficult. But Fazbear King. Seriously, game, I swear I hit the jump button. That's gonna be annoying in the Nether, I swear. I'm not gonna be able to see chat much in the Nether. unwishable. Been playing for around 3 years on this world, or on this project. Atlas, I wish I could put on shaders, but I can't. Shaders look really interesting on this world. Especially with this. Imagine these torches, like this torch pattern at night. You know how weird that would look? It'd look really cool at the same time though. And kinda terrifying because of how desolate it would look. Honestly, the sunsets would look amazing though. Whitebird. A 50-pound anvil, depending on how high you drop it. Actually, no, it really doesn't depend on how you drop it, but if it hits terminal velocity, it's probably gonna break. It's probably gonna bend that titanium rod way before it even goes in half. I'm just gonna mention that. Anvil's way more dense than titanium, especially when it's falling way faster. Or it's falling at all, it has any energy to it. It's gonna bend that titanium rod. It's maybe not break it, but it's gonna bend it. It depends on how thick that titanium rod is. Still depends on how thick titanium is. Titanium in itself, you may be able to do it, but probably not. It may just go back to its original shape with your own hand. Okay, no, you cannot make a full block by punching it. No way. Titanium is incredibly dense in that case. I'm fairly certain on that. I'm not 100% certain, but I'm fairly certain you can't dent a block of titanium. Well, what I mean by going back to its original shape is, if you can barely bend something, it's gonna go back to its, somewhat go back to its original shape. Maybe not entirely, but it's gonna pretty much go back to its original shape, because I don't think a person, I mean, unless you're literally like a power builder or something like that, you know, the guys, the old class lifters, or what are they called? It's like a strongman. There it is, strongman. Unless you're like a strongman, you're not gonna bend it at that point. If not at all, you may not even bend it at all. Dang, I can't believe it's already almost been 2 hours. Well, I wouldn't say almost 2 hours, but it's already been an hour and a half, almost. It's almost been already an hour and a half, which is pretty insane. Put this stupid pillow behind my back. Posture. I've been trying to do better at posture, to be honest with you. It's really hard to with this chair, though. It's really hard to do with the chair in general, but... Oh god. Just had a chair that worked with posture. It'd be kinda nice actually. Yeah, I've had way too bad of a posture. This couple actually probably my entire life, so I'm gonna try to change that. That works, I guess. I think it's some anime guy, I think. I could be wrong, I think I remember your name. Welcome. I love hearing conversations inside, across my entire house. Kinda weird. I swear I'm telling you, SCMVary is literally the ultimate eavesdropper. I can't fully hear what they're saying, but I can kinda hear it. It's really funny because it's like, I look completely oblivious to what other people are doing, but I'm not entirely. That is until I overcompensate and think too hard about what somebody's doing, then I freak out. Like if somebody's trying to scare me or something like that. That's actually why I'm trying to get this pillow to help me with the posture automatically, because it's so easy to go back into the normal crouch posture. Don't get me wrong, I'm still pretty oblivious to things, but at the same time, I'm not like... I can fake obliviousness pretty well. Sometimes I overcompensate, sometimes so, but... overcompensate in that obliviousness. But most of the time I can do it pretty well. For example, I play something like Beat Saber, and people try to scare me from behind because they think I'm not oblivious. They think I'm oblivious of what's happening around me, but I can actually hear people. I can hear the door behind me barely squeak slightly. I mean, talking very slightly. The problem is I overcompensate with it, so I like anticipate what somebody's doing instead of just going with it. It's really annoying, actually. Cause it's like I knew they were there. I still jumped because of it, because of overcompensation or over anticipation. Like, I know you're there. But to be fair, that's really only if I'm good at whatever I'm doing. So if it's like, if it's something I haven't developed well enough, I am almost entirely oblivious because I'm so focused on improving in whatever I'm doing. But if it's something I've done so many times, I could do basically almost anything. I can multitask like to an insane degree. Obviously, this is something different. I mean, it really depends on what the task is. On if I can, obviously I have to use since my focus is divided, I can't deliberately practice as well, but one of the reasons why, if anybody's ever heard of the 10,000 hour rule, to achieve mastery in a skill, even though I think it's apparently 20k, which is insane. 20,000 hours, I could go way beyond mastery with 20,000 hours because of NI Hero. Pretty much NI Hero is one of the few exceptions. SP types and NJs, pretty much SE users can master skills way faster than SI users because the NI, it's the focus, it's the laser beam focus on improvement. With because SI users like SI hero types have the hardest time mastering a skill because they have NI demon. But they could do it. I mean, technically anybody can master a skill. It just, depending on your type, it may take long. I thought it was SC demons, but it's actually NI demons, because I always thought SE was the ability to... The thing is though, it's the ability to practice versus, because practicing is one thing, but knowledge is another. You can't master something, you can't master all the skills without the knowledge beforehand. Good to see a glitch. Like, sure, I technically can master any skill because of SE Inferior and TI Child, but obviously certain skills will take longer. I could do it. It's just... Oh. I have to consistently gather knowledge on it. Which is the same for INTJs as well. The only way they can master a skill is through reading skills, reading up on skills, reading up on the niche that they're going into, and then mastering the skills, the craft within each of the skills to develop systems. It's the same with strengthening people. INFJs develop people, basically, by developing skills to strengthen people. Basically use skills to strengthen people versus using skills to develop systems. Sorcerer. Yeah, it's kind of weird like that. So like for example, a SI user, so let me just compare SI inferior versus how SI inferiors can master skills versus SC inferiors. SE inferiors practice using the tools, like master the tools to develop something, to master a skill. SI users practice what they're doing to master a skill, if that makes sense. So like for example, let me talk about a trade, like being an electrician. If you wanted to master the trade of an electrician, you would have to, SI users or SE users, practice using the tools and gathering information about the tools and the trade itself to master the skill, master the craft. And SI inferiors have to develop experience with the tools, all the ways to use the tools. Just keep developing muscle memory over and over and over and over again. New skills every single time, just new skills. It doesn't matter how good you are at the skills. Eventually, your performance in those skills will eventually increase. It may take way longer than SE inferior, just because SE inferior is technically more adaptable in some cases because of what's up, hi guy? Because he can as long as I know the tools themselves, I can fix the problem. Pretty much the stronger ability I have to practice using whatever tools there is, the stronger my problem solving skill. So the stronger you develop your inferior, your child function will tag along with it. Your child just tags along because it becomes a parent function inside of your subconscious, so it tags. It fuels the child. The more you develop your inferior, it fuels the child. And vice versa. The child function actually develops the inferior slightly. Not as much as the inferior developing the child, but you get the idea. Spaghetti. Oh, you actually looking up the disorders? Okay. So I mean, like with the symptoms are always different. People always have different ways of doing the symptoms. So if like you've looked up a certain type of disorder, the symptoms will show. Oh, the symptoms will be different for each person. It's oddly subjective, but I mean there are some like core symptoms apparently for some reason. Even though those may not even be core symptoms. I don't know, I just don't understand them that much, I'll be honest. It's kind of arbitrary. Because of how inconsistent each of the disorders actually are. I'm not going to go too far into disorders though, I don't really want to talk about them that much. I love talking about learning styles though with all the types. That's something I'm really trying to dive into just a bit. Trying to get some ideas out for, I love just because I want to teach other people how to learn based on their type. I think that's pretty important because if you don't, here's the saying, like, so if anybody knew, this is how powerful learning styles are. So if you knew your so let's just say this, so if, like, on a personal level, if somebody knew how to get good at something, you can't really make an excuse on how to get good at a certain skill, if that makes sense. Obviously, some people do much better at certain skills based on your type, but you get the idea. You at least have hope on how to develop skills. And you just tailor that skill, whatever skill you're good at, or you can have the potential to be good at. You just tailor it to how to get good at that skill, and you're set, basically. Imagine if you went into a school system and mentioned learning styles with the types. I think that would be very useful. Because imagine that, like me, like I didn't really know what I could do. Or like me devaluing myself. Like even now I still vehemently agree, I still vehemently think that I could have become an electrician. That was my original goal, but I devalued myself too much into the trades and didn't think they would hold up. I still hate the fact that how they teach in trades. I mean, I don't hate it that much. It's not that bad, but it's still kind of annoying. What's up, RC? Real good water. You're an ESTP? I kind of actually wasn't expecting that, to be honest. Were you 100% certain on all your questions? Because that's the key to that test. As long as you're 100% certain in the questions that you answer, which you should only need to know 4. And all the other ones should just fall on your lap, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly. That's pretty interesting. Okay, good. You can also, if you want to absolutely confirm your type, ask other people with the interaction styles, but just look up the video. Here's the thing about the enjoyment thing. I'm gonna actually go on a slight rant about where enjoyment comes from when it comes to a career basis. This has nothing to do with hobbies. I mean, you can kind of turn somebody into hobbies, but very rare. Okay, so just look up the video who are the ESTPs if you want to just see if you relate to them, relate to the type. But let's just say this, that when it comes to doing stuff you actually enjoy, this is from a career perspective. Here's the thing. A lot of people obviously don't really know themselves that well. They may think they do, but they really do not. I'm still discovering some things about myself, even from today. But that has to be mainly do with how the cognition works in general, but get the idea. Okay, so enjoyment comes... I mean, don't get me wrong, this is one of the few exceptions, but if there is a career out there, like a skill that you actually enjoy, the actual skill itself, then this is different. This is you're one of the few exceptions. What I'm gonna be talking about. So a lot of people, since I know a lot of people don't really enjoy these skills in general, of the job market. Most people don't. Like, I'd have to say like 96% or 97% inherently don't enjoy doing whatever job they're doing. So you basically have to take a different approach. This could depend on your type, it could not depend on your type. This is more of a universal thing. Really focus on job satisfaction, which... it's really like, what are your goals when you try to get this job? Is it to make ends meet? I don't 100% recommend this, but you can do this. This is mainly for TE. This is for SPs that don't inherently enjoy anything, but generally they like trades. Like ISTPs love trades. Like an ISTP that I knew that I was, or that I didn't know, but I knew he was an ISTP. teaching electrical like on a YouTube channel. That's one. Because they become these teachers after a certain point. ISTPs do. I would say the making ends meet is probably more of a SJ thing. Like if you're an SJ, it's probably alright, at least. Making ends meet. But for idealists or even intuitives in general, generally want job satisfaction in what they do. So take for example an INTP. Will probably enjoy something like, say, like programming. They inherently don't. I mean, don't get me wrong. They like helping people because they have FA inferior, but it's not really from the fulfillment aspect. It's mainly from a. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying INTPs like have no fulfillment from helping other people, but that's more of a NFJ thing than an NTP thing. Theirs is more like for the sake of wanting to learn it. So like programming is a good example. Like take an STP or an NFJ in programming versus a NTP. NTPs could do it. They're usually the ones that actually like programming in terms of the actual enjoyment of programming. Like on their own, like developing their own, because it's creativity, because they can actually, because if they're any parent, it's creativity, your problem solving. Not inherently problem solving, I mean somewhat problem solving, but more like logical. It's more like logic meets creativity with their any parent. And if they help other people learn something, like become a teacher in programming or something like that with their SFJ subconscious, then they can do that. What do you mean change? That's a very, very generic question. Or vague, I mean not generic, vague. Very vague question. So like STPs learning programming or NFJs, do NFJs inherently like programming on their own? Not entirely. I don't inherently like programming on its own, but it seems interesting to help other people build applications and stuff like that, and I get to work kind of in solitude as well. I do like constantly learning it. Learning it is pretty fun, but it's the ability to practice it constantly is kind of the thing I like about it. In solitude. And I get instant feedback from programming anyway, so that's nice. But it's more for the fulfillment of helping other people in the later game. Like the IT thing. Like I wouldn't inherently be studying IT if I absolutely had the choice to not study IT. But since it's such a useful skill in the future, and it's something I have some intrigue about, I do it. No, you cannot. You cannot switch. I mean, you switch between the four sides of your mind. So if you're an ISFP, you can become an ESFJ partially. Do mind you, it's dynamic, so you're not fully an ESFJ 100% of the time. You're partially ESFJ or ENTJ, or if you're really like blowing up your life, metaphysically speaking, you can be partially superego, because yeah, nobody here is being able to use their superego from an enlightenment standpoint. In an angelic standpoint, there's no way. Nobody here is even old enough for that anyway, so mine hasn't had that much time to adapt. No, you can't switch. Not like that. I mean, like for example, I switch on this stream, I'm basically partial STP, partial ESTP, partial NFJ, or INFJ, during these streams most of the time. Or in some cases, if I'm initiating a point, I could also be an ENFP mixed with an INFJ partially. Isaac. Some types do, yeah. Generally, the best types for chess, naturally speaking, are NFPs from a nature standpoint. But if NFJs or NTJs, especially NTJs, a little bit more than NFJs, I would think at least. I think. I don't know about that though, but if they practiced enough, they could beat NFPs. It would take a lot more effort than NFPs would. Because any NFPs have any hero, or NTPs, NPs or NJs, probably the best. NPs can see all the possibilities of where you can go. NJs can see their own path, but they can also study and find their own path depending on what you're doing. It's not, and can adapt quickly with SE. It's like playing the long game. Like in NFJs, it's more like playing the short game. Like adapting over short periods of time. NFPs, it's more like I'm going to play the long game and just figure out based on my own experience and what I've done playing other people, what you're going to be doing next. I can predict all possibilities of what you're going to do. Because you can't have possibilities without experience of whatever you're doing to back it up. Literally any is useless without, maybe not entirely useless, but it's pretty much useless without the experience to back it up. Monopoly's pretty fun. I don't know about strats. I know there's a few strats you can do. That worked very well. I mean, I know it's still practically luck-based, but still, you have a higher chance of winning depending on what I've seen in strats. What's up, Garrett? What's up, Jay? What's up, Lakwa? Or yeah, it's Lakwa. Lakwa? Shoot. It's Lakwa. It can't be Lakwa. I don't know why I keep forgetting your name. I don't know why. I don't know how I always get it wrong, to be honest with you. Nice. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna finish one though. There's really no point in doing two. I'm gonna get some more water. I'm actually pretty thirsty. For some reason, because even though I've been drinking water quite consistently today, I'm still thirsty for some reason. I don't know why. Give me a sec. Okay, I'm back. Well, got in the way. Oh, rip redstone, jeez. I probably missed at least like a stack of redstone, maybe at most. Even though I only missed like 30 redstone or something like that, it's 30 out of I don't know how many. I don't want to know how much redstone. Done with these pickaxes. It's gonna take even longer to do this section. This layer. I've been doing this layer for almost 2 hours, technically. Jeez. God, dude. Well, not really been doing this layer for 2 hours. Just finishing one layer in 2 hours. Like, I'm not even close. I know most layers take around 2 hours, generally speaking. Well, I guess it's not that bad of a time. I just can't believe I'm already at 2 hours. Kind of insane, not gonna lie. What's up, boss? What's up, Christian? Well, I did some mining off camera. Yeah, that type of thing. Or even work in general, like anything on a world. It is kind of funny how far people get off screen. I think the only person that I know of who hasn't done that is IBS Toy Cat with his Let's Play. I don't know how much of he does it off screen, but I know he does quite a bit of it just on screen. I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know if he does it off screen. I don't know if anybody does it completely on screen. That I know of. How can I world edit a console size world? Nice. Seriously. That's a good thing. Nobody can accuse me for world edit, even though it's kind of insane. Has anybody actually world edited an entire world out? Like completely demolished a world? With just world edit? Has anybody done that before? A Java sized world. Can you even like, I wonder how even feasible that is. I mean, a lot of this stuff actually was off camera, or I've spent probably around 800 hours on mining on camera, but probably close to at least 2,000 hours on being off camera. Maybe even more, I'm telling you, probably close to, I don't know, maybe like 2,500 hours off camera. I don't want to know, honestly. What's up, Ludology? Yeah, I don't want to know how much time I spent off camera on this project. I've had an entire section completely not removed, but I don't think I even recorded the world record section, the 6 million section. I don't think I even recorded the 6 million. To be fair, that was also when I was taking a 3-month break. It was a weird time. Like 2018 was a weird time for this project. Definitely the weirdest time. Also my laziest year as well, by far. For sure. My laziest year was 2018. My most proactive year is this year, definitely. I don't think I've taken a single break this entire year. Project. I've taken a break streaming, but I don't think I've actually taken a break on this project. This entire year. I think at most, probably like 5 days to 10 days at absolute most. What's up, Dissolved? Thank you, Dissolved. I have a video on that if you want to see it. I haven't spent daily on this every single day, but like some people probably think I do. I spend quite a few days, not daily entirely, not consistently daily. It's called Why Am I Mining a Minecraft World? It's on my playlist. It's on common questions and answers, or common questions and something like that. I think it's common questions. I actually don't remember what the thing is called. If you want a shortcut, just look in the description. You don't actually have to watch the video. Just watch it. Just go in the description, look at it. I think I even have it in the I think I also, somebody has it in the description as well, summarized, basically. It's 5 reasons why I'm doing this. I can't even tell you what the 5 reasons are, I'll be honest with you. Straight off my head, I can maybe tell you like 2, 3. Alright, thank you, Dissolved. Dang, when did I like first blow up? I'm trying to figure out how many blocks I've mined since then. I think I just finished the 17 million. I think I've mined 11 million blocks since I've blown up. Which is crazy to think about. 11 million since like the beginning of March or something like that. I think it's around 17 million. It may be a little bit less. I think I was in between mining to 17 million and 20 million. I know the 20 million wasn't out. At least I don't think it was. I'll have to check again though. I know at the end of the year I had 17 million done. Into this year I'm going to be at 28 million, so 11,000 blocks per year. That makes sense. Or 11 million blocks. If I consistently do that, I'll have around 40 million by next year, which I want to do more than that, but because that's not even a million per month. And my goal is around a million per month. Because a million per month actually isn't that much, very surprisingly. That's only... That's not even 30,000 blocks per day. That's not even a layer per day, if that says anything. It's not even a layer per day. It's less than... It's like an hour and a half a day. And that's doing it pretty casually. If you mined for an hour and a half, you could probably finish this within a year. Sorry, within 4 years. Which I know it sounds like a lot, but an hour and a half a day, I don't think that's that much. At least I think. I could be wrong about some of these calculations. These are very rough calculations. Like very, very rough calculations. Peak view count? Can't you check that? I think you can, right? I don't know what the peak view count is, to be honest with you. Generally it's like 15 to 20 most of the time. Also we have 12 euros, which is quite nice. 12 euros is a little bit above average. I think 10 is the average. Maybe a little bit less, maybe like 8. Because, honestly, I'm not expecting many people to stay this long in these streams, seriously. The fact that people even watch through some of these streams is kind of insane. I have not an actual mountain. I've had to destroy some pretty tall hills before, but not an actual mountain. There is a mountain in this world though. It goes up to layer, I think it was like 115 or something like that at its peak, which is insane. It's not that big of a hill, or big of a mountain, so there's at least that. Also, this was weird. I would say I have a lot of free time. I really haven't had that much free time. I just know how to manage it pretty well. Pretty well is the best way to say it. I wouldn't say I'm not amazing at time management, to be honest with you, but I do know how to manage it decently well. I do have a bit more free time than at least the average person, though. At least. I will at least say that. I don't have all the free time in the world to do this, but funny enough, I think actually when I get a job, I'm gonna have even more free time, technically. Have more free time than I will when I don't have a job. Does that sound weird? You'd think it'd be the opposite, right? But not really. Not entirely. It's kind of weird. I think I technically had more consistent free time during high school than I do now. I mean, I have free time. I could do stuff in the morning time, but at the same time, it's like... how many times have I died? I don't know. It's annoying that I have this much left, and I... I was a huge... I'm not that bad of a procrastinator than I am now. I'm just gonna say self-reliance really just cuts off. Like, self-reliance, self-relying with willpower. Like, if you're a willful person, like, an I user, specifically, seriously, self-reliance is so much better for pressure, like, to get rid of procrastination than having other people do things for you. I mean, that makes sense, so. One of the reasons why not many people are self-taught in things is because most people actually don't rely on themselves to do things as motivation. But having other people provide that, provide them what to do. Who else was? The Pie Man. Yeah, I'm just gonna mention that. It just helps. I know that was really loud. You're gonna hear it every time I exit. Jeez, 93 to a 75, my god. What's up, just a friend? For example, I'm actually doing I'm taking my IT A+, like CompTIA A+. Once I pass that, I want to at least try this just to see how it feels to do, like, as a career. It's, to become go into the cloud. And there's a training thing called Cybrary. And it gives you, basically it gives you a roadmap to certain, like, careers. Like, for example, I want to go into the cloud and become a cloud engineer. And there's one, they have a cloud engineer already set up. That's, pretty sick. Like, they actually have, like, network engineer, cybersecurity, if you want to go into cybersecurity. I know a lot of people want to get into that. Yeah, you get the idea. It's pretty cool. It's like 100 hours. That sounds like a lot, but this is a full-fledged career, so. Or at least it's the requirements for the career. I mean, obviously you still need the experience at whatever you're doing, but you still need some IT experience at least. The good thing about, I think, for cloud engineering is you don't actually need, I mean, you do need some IT experience, but you don't need like prerequisites for cloud, because it's more of a skill than that I know of. You don't need cloud experience to be a cloud engineer. It's like programming in the same way, at least how it's designed. Oh, I didn't expect you. It's really interesting. Archaeologist, interesting. Oh, you got into IT class. It's definitely a... Dang it. Thought that would work too. I'm just doing certificates. I'm going based off experience. I'm actually going to get mentored by a guy that I think he's a systems admin that I know of the description of him. He's one of the IT guys at the hospital near me. I'm going to get mentored by him to have the experience. Which is pretty sick. I don't mind that. Yeah, I don't speak Spanish either. Some OSV. What the heck? Dang, I'm not paying attention whatsoever to what I'm doing. I'm really getting confused by this chat. Also, becoming an archaeologist, at least from a job perspective, is kind of difficult that I know of, at least. Depends on the area you live. It's very, there just aren't that many opportunities. I'm not saying you can't become one, I'm just saying, like, just in terms of opportunities. I actually watch a guy, called Shane. He does, like, careers and stuff like that, where I learn a bunch of career paths and stuff like that, and what the best ones are, how much they pay, job satisfaction, all that kind of stuff. Kind of interesting. Welcome, Mikey. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, I could probably become a career counselor by this point, I'll be honest with you, because I know type. I could type somebody and then tailor that to whatever career path there is available now. Since I actually know what the good career paths are out there. Kind of funny. I could do it. It's totally possible. Right, see Ash. I didn't even see your comment from the room. There's the thing about my type, in particular, more than almost probably all the types. It's job fulfillment. It's not really the job itself, it's how it impacts other people. If somebody told me jobs that impacted other people, it may be a little bit more intriguing to me than, say, a paycheck or something like that. Or not even impacted, but a skill that I can do to help other people. If that makes sense. It would have been a bit more appealing to me instead of saying, here, go to college. I'm just kidding. They not counts. Don't counselors really? That I know of. They don't do that. The problem is they don't know people well enough. Here's the thing. They don't know people well enough. They may know careers well enough. They don't know people, which is kind of a problem. Because it's like they basically say like, what do you like to do? That's really. Not many people actually do things that actually correlate to the career they're actually wanting to go into or they need to go into. It's really weird. Wow, imagine getting this. This would be so sad because if you're mining, you get like right here, diamonds are right here. Wait, so if you went right here. Dang, man. Oh my god, this would be actually kind of sick. Imagine you're mining right here. You get diamond right here, you get diamonds right here. You get, how many diamonds is this? 5. 8 diamonds, pretty nice. Nothing spectacular. I've gotten 12 diamonds in one vein before. I mean, technically it's 2 veins interconnected with 1, but it looks like 2. Because 8 is the most in one vein. You can get 2. I think at most you can get 16 if you had 2 veins. You could technically get 3, but that's extremely rare. Wait, what'd you say? Who said something about practicing? I'm guessing it was Spanish. I think that's the only language I would learn. I don't really have any reason to learn any other language. 'Cause I need some reasoning to learn another language. Or I'm not gonna do it. I really just don't do things with no reason. I need some form of reasoning to do it. Which is kind of a problem with like manipulation, but at the same time, as long as I keep integrity, I'm fine from manipulation in that case, because it's kind of... It's a really, really manipulatable thing. Like skill or manipulatable aspect of me, especially with TE Trickster, but as long as I keep integrity, I am perfectly fine. I think I'm A positive. I think. I'm not certain on that one. Certain on that though. It's been so long since I've ever done any form of Spanish, but... I'm going to be... finding the Nether the End. After that, I have no idea. I'm 20. 20. It was weird saying that I'm 20 actually. Not gonna lie. Sounds weird. Really does. Yep. I did say the wrong age because I'm not used to it. I think I started to get used to it though. Which is kind of funny. Ironically, I said it on the birthday stream. Dang, what layer was I on at that point? I was on a pretty high layer, wasn't I? I was like 50 something. It's been about a month since then. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do, since it's taking forever to finish this layer, my god. This is the only thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do one thing, and that is remove all of this lava on the top layers. I mean, that's seriously. It's the next step I'm doing. And then I think I'm gonna end the stream. I don't know how long it's gonna take to do it, but I think I'm gonna end the stream after. Yes, these next two layers are gonna be a pain. Next next 8 layers are gonna be a pain. Pain like no other. Just kidding. Actually, painful in Minecraft, but it's not the most painful thing I have to deal with. I think getting rid of the obsidian is actually more painful, to be honest with you. I can't tell you what the worst thing is to do in this project, and it's pretty balanced after a while. I really can't tell you. After this point, after doing the same thing over and over again, doing different things, nothing at this point is difficult more than the other. Or more annoying than the other. I guess the most annoying thing is getting rid of mesa without getting rid of any other blocks. Like getting rid of all the top layers of mesa. That's probably the most annoying thing. Just thinking about that out of literally thin air. I'm from the US. The heck? That's pretty sick, actually. You may not be able to hear me drinking because of, I put the mic sensitivity pretty insanely high. Or low, I mean. High. The US is... I don't know, I haven't checked up that much on the US yet. If you're talking about the virus, I'm not too sure. Other than that, I don't know. I don't keep up with news. It's doing okay, I guess. Honestly, I kind of wish the US would just shut down. Would benefit everybody. Maybe not the entire US, but you get the idea. At least for the most part, shut down. But for some reason, you know why people are so afraid of shutting down the US? You know what? The US literally caused this on themselves. The US literally caused people to be afraid of shutting down the economy. Literally, they caused their own fate to be because of how expensive everything is. You know, if everything was less expensive from the US, then shutting down wouldn't be that bad. But of course, they decide to make something more, everything more and more expensive. It's really annoying. Like rent, specifically. Anything, really. Like, are you serious? Who is real Pie? I mean, Pie Guy was the original Pie, so... Like, seriously? They haven't even done any of the acts that they used to do, that they were gonna do, but they just basically abandoned all those acts. It's like, alright. Oh yeah, US can take it, right? We can take it. Nah. It's like the US in itself has its own ego. I mean, it does, but it's still annoying. I think it's also because the US is mainly SJ society anyway. Oh yeah, we can endure it. No, you can't. I'm telling you, shutting down would be the best thing. Jesus. One of the reasons why ESTJs are like the golden standard in the US for types, because of TE. It's all about the credentials of the US. They're all about credentials. The US is really about credentials. We are the best because, yeah, we're just gonna shine this in everybody's faces. We can take down anything. We can endure anything. Because you know, somehow we're an STJ country. Or we base everything off an ESTJ basically, in terms of types. Like, alright. Go ahead and continue like that. See what happens. You're just hanging on. You don't just hang on in a situation like this. You have to eliminate it with full force. Madness. No, there's no fine for it. That's like I'm just saying the US is too forgiving when it comes to not forgiving, but too it's like do you imagine like there's a giant red button? US isn't pressing that red button. Because for some reason they're just I'm telling you it has to do with some form of like ego with the US itself. And somewhat enablement. Because you know the US loves enabling. And don't get me wrong, I think the US out of all the countries are one of the ones that ignore truth the most. It's really unfortunate. You know, US loves having their ears scratched instead of actually listening to something that will help them. Or have their ears itched. However you want to say it. Like, God. Good thing vaccines are becoming a thing though, so at least there's that. We were still better off just shutting down for a little bit longer. We were still better off shutting for a little bit longer anyway, so. I do have a Discord. You were talking to me, I don't know. How long am I going to be working on this? If you mean the stream, probably around 30 minutes. It really depends. It's just once I finish replacing all the lava on the top layers. But if you mean for the entire project, then I'm pretty much the entire thing. I'm working on it till it's done, which is mining an old size world, or classic size world. If you're wondering how long that's going to take, I don't really know. I would say I'd said around a year or so. I'm not certain though. Don't think there's any more lava over here. It's really annoying when you miss a lava patch, but oh well. I have a video of why I'm doing this. When I say this is gonna my why video is gonna be probably the most popular video I have on my channel, or if not, like at least top 3 after some point. I'm telling you, it's definitely gonna be the most popular, or at least top 3. I would easily say my most popular video is probably gonna be my final video, which is gonna be me finally finishing mining the overworld. I think that's gonna be my most popular video. I mean, it should be my most popular video. I would be genuinely surprised if it wasn't. We are working on the Nether. I could say that my most popular video could be mining when I finish the Nether, or finish the end. at the very end of my project, like the trilogy. But I don't think so. I really think my overworld video is going to be my most popular. I could be wrong about that though. Even after I finished the Nether in the end, I still think the final video, I still think the overall video is going to be my most popular video. For some reason my editing skills have gotten much better. I don't know why. At least a bit better every time I make a video. It's super weird. It's not like I make videos every day. Or I use the video editor every single day or anything like that either. Where's Tall Cow actually? I think he's right. No, I'm gonna get rid of that block in the air with the cow. I don't know where it is. What's up, Brandon? Okay, I'm not gonna. That would be insane. If I did something like that. I'm not gonna do anything to these worlds. I want to see what other people do with these worlds. Either on the PS4 or I'm gonna transfer it to Bedrock. I will transfer as well to Bedrock though. So if you want access to the world, I'm gonna make it like a on the window the what is it? The Microsoft store, the the Minecraft store, or whatever it's freaking called. I don't know what that thing is called. I will make the PS4 version free though, like online. I'm probably gonna make a website over it. There isn't that much lava, surprisingly, in these top layers. Like, I don't think there's as much lava as there was last section, thank god. Last section was insane. The amount of lava was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. That would be so weird and kind of, that would actually look really cool, but at the same time kind of terrifying. If the entire bottom layer was lava. Okay. The Penic. The last section. Sorry, not the last section. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the last section I did. That section over there was absolutely insane with the amount of lava. I don't know how this section is gonna turn out, but it seems like there's a little bit less lava. I could be wrong by the second part, till around 2 or 3 layers later. It is kind of annoying how much lava there is, that I have to deal with 8 layers of lava. Jeez, 8 layers? Funny enough, Sword King, who I somewhat inspired to do this project, because he basically quit the project for now. I don't know when he's coming back, but if he is going to be coming back to this project, but he was also doing this project. He did the last 3 layers, and he got rid of majority of his lava in his, pretty much like 95% of the lava in his world. There's a lot of lava. Okay. I think I'm just gonna end the stream. There's really no point in continuing. This was a pretty late stream. Like, I started late. There's really no point in continuing. At least the stream. Hidden Galaxy. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna end this stream now. There's really no point in continuing. Oh, that's a lot of water. See you guys later. What is it? Enoch. If you think resubs work, they don't, if you're wondering. It usually updates pretty quickly. Wait, give me a sec. I completely forgot to put on Streamlabs. Sorry, stream labels. I forgot to... Wait a second. Hey, that's too tiny, geez. Big. That works. I think it's the same size, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna go on this stream now. Cause yeah, I'm gonna go. Bye.